Here with my favorite hockey fans. Here we are on MFSN's Hockey Waiver Wire. We've got Party Marty.
Rock 'em, sock 'em.
Yeah, wait. I'm going to ask you about your getup. And Ross the Boss.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ross the Boss, and I want to talk Hockey Waiver Wire with you, cowboy.
You hoser, eh? Which Mackenzie brother are you?
I'm the older Mackenzie brother.
Oh, you're Doug?
I'm Doug Mackenzie, eh?
Okay, I forgot the other guy's name. That's me. Okay, now, Marty, why are you wearing what you're wearing?
I'm getting ready for the playoffs for some teams that get in the playoffs, like the Edmonton Oilers or something like that. But
I didn't realize when you get ready for the playoffs, you put on a witch costume.
I know. I get ready for the big time games.
Oh, you are a very unattractive woman. I like it.
Unbelievable. You look great, Marty. Montreal was hit hard with COVID. They're starting to play hockey again in Montreal. Now, Calgary and Vancouver was canceled last night.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on in Vancouver, but stay away from Vancouver, Marty, because the outbreak now, it's serious where you are. You got to be ready. You got to be prepared. I need Party Marty to not take any chances and stay inside. Do you hear me, Marty?
Marty's not near Vancouver.
Still working, but hold
on, Marty. I'm sorry, I need to interrupt. It's time for another Irish car bomb, Marty. Let's go. This is straight.
Here we go.
I don't even know who said that. Here he goes.
We need car bombs every time Marty talks. He needs to do a car bomb.
Exactly.
There you go. You drink that, Marty. We need you to be ready. We need you to be happy. We need you to be engaged. People want to know what they should do in the waiver wire this week, and we're here to help them, right, Marty?
Yes, we are.
All right, now listen. We have a couple of comments coming in. I'm going to read these.
What are these comments? Who are these peasants that dare interrupt my train of thought?
Oh my goodness. Well, we have Brian Ritchie. He says, "Hello, Vaughn," and then 810 Pro Wrestling says, "This isn't Vaughn. This is Jor or Jore."
Jore. Interpret for Marty. These are Marty's friends that love to come on. Don't talk about hockey.
I think
just talk about wrestling.
Exactly. But Brian Ritchie says, "Hello, everyone from the UK." Hockey. So, and he says, "Oh my God, Party." 810 Pro Wrestling says, "Too much sugar, LOL." Okay, they've all got your number, Marty. But listen, let's dive right in because some people came here in seriousness. Yeah. It is baseball opening day, and I'm wearing the perfect shirt for this. The Montreal Expos shirt. It's a baseball shirt, but it honors hockey because it's a Canadian.
Yeah, but we hate the Habs. Me and Marty don't like Montreal. We have nothing to do with Montreal. We hope they lose every game. We hate the Habs. We hate that team. Take that shirt off right now, you SOB.
You don't want to see that. Yeah. Okay, listen. Let's dive right in. Who do you have as some of your top forwards that you need to add? Remember, this is 60% and under rostered in Yahoo leagues. There's leagues on all kinds of different sites, but we're going to tell you who to add with those parameters. Ross, you start us off.
Oh, I get to start first. Thank you, Dan. I'm excited. Mm-hmm. So my first pickup, there's a lot of guys. There's a lot. I'll start with the guy that had 3 goals yesterday. Yesterday, he had 3 goals for the Colorado Rockies.
No, Avalanche.
Excuse me. Avalanche. I know why I said Rockies because it's baseball season. Is Jonas Duskoy? Jonas was unbelievable. What, Marty? He didn't have 3 goals?
No, Marty picked him up. Marty's the one who picked him up. Jonas Duskoy.
Okay, so Jonas is my top pickup just because he had a huge game yesterday. Before yesterday's stats, okay? He had 5 goals, 3 assists in the past 2 weeks, 21 shots on goal. What did Gretzky say? If you don't shoot, you don't score. So that all being said, I pay attention to how many shots you take on goal. This guy is my number 1 pickup for the week just because he was huge yesterday. The Colorado Rockies, the Avalanche has so many more games to make up because they missed a lot during COVID. So it's a great pickup right now. I also love, he's from Winnipeg, Andrew Kopp. I love his name. Any hockey player named Kopp. I just love it, Marty. So Andrew Kopp, the past 2 weeks, 6 goals, 2 assists. He's been shots on goal over 20 in the past 2 weeks. He's been on fire. It's a good one. Those are my 2 I'm going to say right now. I'm going to turn it over to Party Marty right now so you can talk about your picks.
Wait. Before we do it, Marty, you have to back up a little bit because people can't see your face. There you go. Yeah.
They can't see your beautiful hair, Marty. They can't see. Yeah, I think it's Irish car bomb time anyway.
Yeah,
what do you
first
already?
My two picks. I'm picking Brandon Shad from he was from Chicago Blackhawks, but he's helping Colorado with the points, the scores, the assists. So I picked him up in my hockey pool. And there's another player. Okay, he's a goalie, but I'm gonna do it at a goalie too, just in case.
Oh, we're jumping to goalies. All right,
you can do anything you want.
There's no rules here.
Okay, pick up quick because I know there's rumors that Toronto Maple Leafs are going to try to pick up Quick to help them in the playoffs because Anderson's not doing that much. So, well, he is, but we're going to see if they have Quick. Toronto might try to go for Quick to get in a far run for the playoffs, but I wouldn't like that. But Quick's got to leave LA, and that's what the rumor is right now, that Quick is going to head to the Maple Leafs probably too.
It sounds great, eh? Quick is a 2-time Stanley Cup champion, Mr. Marty, which is unbelievable. He's in this back end of his career. He's been playing up and down for the Kings the whole season. It'd be interesting if they want him. He makes a lot of money, Marty, and it's a big contract to pick up for the Maple Leafs. But if they want to be in the Stanley Cup, it could be a great pickup. That's a great idea.
All right, listen, I'm gonna throw out a name. You all know I'm learning hockey much more than you. But I saw this guy, Jason Robertson. He's the left winger.
I love him from Dallas. Yeah, I love that kid. He's on my list too. That's why I only said 2. I wanted you to contribute.
All right, I appreciate you. You set me up. So this kid in the last
20 years old.
Days,
yep.
He's got 98 points, 48 shots on goal, 5 goals, 11 assists. He's getting in on the power play. His numbers are going up, and people say that when Tyler Seguin comes back, he's still going to be in the rotation. So I think you pounce on this guy.
Yeah, I think your stats a little off, but let me just give you his stats the past 2 weeks. 3 goals, 4 assists, 30 shots on goal, which is unbelievable for 2 weeks. And you're 100% right, Dr. Dan Ratner. He's on one of my top lists he's a winger to pick up right now in the NHL. He's playing great, and I love Dallas's team.
All right, now let me say, the reason my numbers were different than yours is I was looking at the last 30 days. You were looking at the last 14.
Yeah, but you said like 98 points, there's no way he had 98 points in 30 days. But keep going.
He did. It's right here.
It'll be not
98 hockey points. 98 Yahoo points. That's different.
Now you have to explain that because in hockey there's a thing called points. We combine goals and assists to equal points.
Yeah. Now we have a question saying, what about Connor McDavid? I think he's a great pickup. I
never heard of him. Connor McDavid, is he still playing the league? He is so elegant. If I had him, I would drop him.
He's a damn great hockey player. Might get fined. He got fined, but another player got fined. I don't know if it was Ovechkin or somebody else, but somebody else got fined today too.
Who? Connor McDavid, I said at the beginning of the season, I said, he's my number 1 pick. And what did Marty say? No, it's McKinnon. I said, no. It's not McKinnon. It's McDavid. You'll have a much better season than McKinnon. And of course, Ross, the boss, comes to the top, and he's right, like he's always
but
is.
You don't have Connor McDavid,
No, well, he didn't have the chance. Didn't have the chance.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to throw out another name. This is somebody, Ross, you picked him up, and I think this was a good pickup. Phil Kessel.
Phil Kessel, great pickup, older guy. People stay away because he's in his mid-30s. But Phil Kessel, every year, he scores tons of goals, assists. People don't respect him because you know why? He's a journeyman. He goes team to team, and people say, oh, it's Phil Kessel. I don't want him on my team. But every year, this guy produces. And Phil Kessel, the past 2 weeks, 5 goals, 3 assists. What's that tell you? The guy's a scoring machine. And you're 100% right. He's on my list too. Phil Kessel's a great pickup.
All right, Marty, throw out another name. You went straight to goalies, so we're bringing you back to forwards.
Well, if no one's picked up, but I guarantee everybody has him. He's doing great for the Rangers. Zibanejad, he is on fire. And if you don't have him, pick him up.
Wait,
I
who?
wish I could have him. I wish I could trade him for my players, but my players, I don't want to get rid of my Colorado players, but I will try to make a deal to steal Zibanejad.
Now, listen, Ross, I think you and I need to call Marty out a little bit here because Marty has offered in the last 2 weeks or maybe 3 weeks, Marty has offered 1,643 trades.
Yep.
And he rescinds them after 5 minutes.
Yeah.
He's the best. If you want a great guy in your league to offer you trades and make the league fun, Party Marty is the guy for you. He's unbelievable. He's making trades. He pulls trades. He keeps trades. He's always making trade offers. I just love his enthusiasm. He's unbelievable. I love Party Marty in my league. Keep doing it.
Another Irish car bomb.
There you go. But I agree with you, Marty. Let me give you a couple more names for forwards and centers. Robbie Fabery, he plays for the Detroit Red Wings. He's been like, on all seriousness, he's been on fire. I mean, if he's available in any of your leagues, pick him up immediately.
Yeah,
this guy's been scoring with assists and he's been scoring with goals. He's been like on fuego. To quote Dan Patrick, he's on fuego. Yeah. So Robbie, I love the rookie from Chicago Blackhawks. I can never say his name. Pius Sutter. Pius, Pius Sutter. He's 3 goals and 2 assists in the past 4 games. Unbelievable. I love him a lot. I also love Thomas Hertl, who plays for the San Jose
Sharks.
Thank you, Sharks. So he's in the past week, he's had 3 goals, 3 assists, 19 shots on goal. He's been on fire too. I like San Jose. I love players. Remember, guys, I said this every time we do waiver wire. I'll say it again. If you can pick up, he's over 60%, but Roop hurts. If you could pick up Roop, somebody's going to pick the guy up from Dallas. It's a great pickup because Dallas has so many makeup games that are coming up. They have like 5 games a week. You know, it's unbelievable.
We just missed a
I got a question. Yeah,
they were asking if we should pick up Alex Ovechkin, which
he's always picked up. He's a great leader. He's
never heard of him. He should. He's
a great captain. He's a great leader.
He's a horrible player. He shouldn't be in the league. He should be demoted to the AHL.
He's points and everything.
Never heard of him.
More Stanley Cups than Sidney Crosby. I know Sidney Crosby is Canadian, but Ovechkin.
Whoever would have that idiot on their screensavers, a complete buffoon, as we all know. If you ever have Alex Ovechkin on your screensaver, you're an idiot. You should be banned from any sports. Wait, that's me. Ovechkin, of course. Ovechkin's a top 5 pick in any fantasy sports. We're not talking about guys that are already in the league that are unbelievable, like McDavid. We're talking about guys that you could pick up on your waiver wire. That's why I'm here. I'm trying to win you leagues. I'm trying to win you cups. And you're talking about guys who are like going to be in the Hall of Fame. What are you doing?
You are no more able to pick up Alex Ovechkin than you are to pick up Steve Yzerman. It's not available. Not available. But okay, I want to say this because we've got people listening here and watching, and they may not have seen us before. And if you're new here, I want you to click subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, hit like if you like what you're hearing, and put your comments below. And one of the 3 of us, or all 3 of us, will get back to you on this.
Yes,
now,
we will.
Like we said, these players, these great players, of course, we'd love to add them, but we're talking about guys that you can add. And I think Ross made a key point here. Dallas missed so many games. If you and I just picked up, we're going to get to goalies eventually. I picked up Ben Bishop, the Dallas goalie, who's coming back from injury.
That's a great pickup. I have him in another league. I have him on IR the whole year, but he's coming back soon.
Yeah, he's coming back soon, and he's going to play a lot of games. Another team that's going to play a lot of games, from what I can tell. I own a lot of St. Louis Blues. Their games are postponed. Like I think 2 out of every 3 games feels like it's postponed. I'm like, do you ever play?
But danger Will Robinson on St. Louis. They've been playing horribly. I mean, I don't know if I've watched a lot of hockey here. That's all. We're a hockey household. If you can't tell, I got my Panther shirt. I got my scarf. I got my hat. I got my shades. I got my stick. I'm ready to kick some ass here. But that all being said, the Blues have been playing horribly. I mean, I have Hoffman. I dropped Hoffman. Marty gave me Hoffman. I got rid of him.
I had
not doing
Hoffman.
anything.
We all had Hoffman.
We all had Hoffman. But St. Louis, until they start picking it up, Ross the boss is telling you to stay away from Blues right now. I don't care how many games they play. They're getting destroyed. I mean, it's like 6 in a row they lost, right, Marty? It's horrible. Horrible.
We have a question coming in. What hockey player would make a good pro wrestler? I think all of them.
Oh, no, it's the guy from the Washington team who has played for Boston, that 7 foot, that 6'10" guy. What's
the Dano Chera?
Yeah, Chera would be a perfect. I mean, the guy looks like Frankenstein. I mean, he's on skates. He's over 7 feet. He's like 300 pounds, and he's like looks like it's like when players come up to him, they look like midgets.
Wait, what do you think would happen if he got in the ring, the wrestling ring, but he's wearing his ice skates?
Marty and I would run away.
It'd be terrifying.
Some wrestlers, hockey players could get away with it. Even Brett Burns.
Oh, Brett Burns is great. He's the one with the big beard. He looks like a homeless person. I can see him doing like a junkyard dog type of wrestler and come out like the junkyard dog used to do. That's a great idea. I'm gonna call Brett as soon as I hang up with you guys.
I want to know you guys' predictions. Also, who's going in to win the Stanley Cup? Because I got one team that I'm going to pick, and we'll do predictions.
Let's tease that, Marty. That Dan's going to tease that. Marty's going to have his Stanley Cup prediction at the end of the show. Before we go off the air, we're going to give our predictions for the Stanley Cup, and Marty has his prediction. And in Marty, the past 10 years, you've been 90% right. So people should listen to your prediction because it's unbelievable.
I also want to talk about the referees a little bit too, but I don't know when you want me to.
I'll tell you what. You've laid out the agenda. We're going to get to a couple more players. Then I'm going to let you talk about the refs. Then we're going to get back to players. Then we're going to talk about who's going to be in the Stanley Cup.
Okay.
Got it?
Got it.
All right. Good. So now we're going to talk about defensemen. Who are you going to? I'm going to start. Because I'm really like this one guy. I think is a great pickup from all that I've heard.
I can't wait.
He is on Boston.
Boston? They still have a team? I thought they were out of the NHL. Who is it?
I don't know how to say his name. Matt Grazelchick, I think is his name.
That's Grazelchick. That sounds Polish.
Matt Grazelchick is supposedly he just got upgraded basically to the top line. And he's in the power play. He's playing great. He's the leader right now on the defense. He looks great. That's a great pickup. I didn't even know he was available. He's not available in our league now, but he is 50% owned, only 50% owned. So this is a guy to grab. Sometimes the guys you want to grab, it's kind of like what I was saying about Jason Robertson. You got to get there before they explode or get there just before people realize it.
Yeah, that's why we're here. We're giving you guys people that I feel, especially in defense, I got some guys that are just about to explode.
Go ahead, Ross. Let's
want me to go?
Yeah.
So Nick Leedy, he's been like on fire. He's 7 assists the past 2 weeks. He's not going to score you any goals. He takes shots though, but he hasn't scored. But 7 assists in 2 weeks is unbelievable. I like Ryan Graves is having a horrible year. Last year he had a huge year. He'll pick it up for the last month. Ryan Graves for the Islanders is a great pickup. PK Subban, he's had a goal and assist the past 2 weeks and 20 shots on goal. I love PK. You love him, Marty. He plays for New Jersey. Another guy, he's a rookie, and I feel the Anaheim Ducks, their coach destroys players. I don't know what he does, but they have great talent, and he either doesn't play these guys, he doesn't know how to play. He should be fired. I don't know how to coach it for the Ducks. It's still a job, but I love this guy named Jamie Drysdale. He's like their top guy in their minors. They brought him up, then they brought him down. But if you want a young stud that's going to be unbelievably great, and you're going to keep a league, especially Jamie Drysdale is a for sure pickup. Another guy who plays for Minnesota. Minnesota has a lot of pickups. Minnesota is another team that's going to have a lot of makeup games. Is Gerard Spurgeron. Gerard has been on fire. He's been playing great. You should pick him up. And also Ryan Suter in the past 12 he's had 12 points in the past 31 games. If you want another Minnesota guy, you should definitely pick him up. I feel that he will do unbelievably, especially the last part of the season. And again, I just got to emphasize on PK Subban, he's available in like 80% of the leagues right now. So I think PK is going to really pick it up for the last month in New Jersey, who's fighting for a playoff spot.
Marty, give us some defensemen.
I got Charlie Mcroy. Some people don't even have him in his thing, but Charlie Mcroy helps the Boston Bruins game and game night to help win games. He helps get the points. He helps get them the wins. He's a point getter, the leader. He can help the young ones play. And some people don't even pick him up. Or also, Matt.
Hold on, Marty. Let me just do something real quick to McRoy. George Jetson. His McElroy. Okay, there you go. Okay, keep going.
And then Matt Dumpa. He might be getting traded soon from Minnesota Wilds, and he's a great leader. He's a great guy in the locker room to, go for tips, and like he'll tell you what to do. You're doing wrong what you're doing right, whatever. So he's a great leader. He's a great player. Probably a great guy to meet and hang out with, So he's a great guy. And also, I would say, who else I would say? Chris Letang is good, but everybody has him already. He's putting
Chris Letang's great. Carlson's great. Letang plays for Pittsburgh. I mean, he's unbelievable.
I mean,
but he's like 90. He's 90% owned. So why are we even talking about?
This is what we call the Gordie Howe rule. You can't pick him up. Just not available. Okay, now wait. I'm going to say something that's very controversial. Are you ready? And then we're going to get into Marty's refs. Okay.
We got goalies. Okay.
No. We're going to do goalies after Marty's refs. But the two of the top defensemen, I'm going to say, it's really going to confuse you, but stick with me. Two of them are Victor Arvidsson. Stay with me. Hold on.
Yeah.
And Kalle Jarnkrok. These are two Nashville forwards. And the reason I say to pick them up as defensemen is defensemen don't score. Yeah. You could just leave your defense position, leave one blank, pick up an extra forward. You're going to pick up a lot more points that way. I don't know. That's what I'm starting to find.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
The only reason you'll be wrong is this. I'm in some leagues that hits and blocks is a category.
Yeah.
And usually
that's what I do. We should do that.
I was going to do it, but I was afraid Dan wouldn't understand. But I'm just kidding. Casey wouldn't understand. But that all being said, if you're in a league that has hits and blocks, and defensemen do get assists. I mean, they do get assists, but you're 100% right when it comes to goals. They're not there's not big scoring goals of any defenseman. But you're right.
From now on, I'm going with 3 defensemen, even though we have 4 spots for them, because I just want those forwards. So, okay, let's hear about the refs.
Okay, so I know it was kind of sad news. The referee misplayed, how he forgot he called the penalty and stuff. It's good, they are honest with the hockey teams, the coach. They're honest with the league, but it's sad that in a way that he lost his job for it. But I think more of the referees should do that. Be honest if they miss up the calls, because sometimes they do go on the ice and they miss a lot of calls, like on penalties. They call the stupidest penalties sometimes, and sometimes they miss the most recent, the worst penalties. Sometimes they don't give a crap, kinda. So I'm sorry about the guy losing his job. I feel sorry about that, but still, some of the referees should respect that guy who said that he messed up. Some of them should do that before the game even starts and make sure they do the right calls usually too sometimes. So
all right, this is Marty's Wicked Witch of the West rant. He has spoken. Now, I want to say, your friend 810 Pro Wrestling, he's kind of giving you mixed signals here. First, he says, please don't drink too much. We still have a show to do tonight. And then he says, Irish car bomb. Boom. So
okay.
I think
the sooner the Irish car bomb. Marty, really quick, I want to talk about what you said.
Yeah.
The NHL referees, and Dan can back me up on this, is probably the hardest job of any referee, umpire of any sport. I mean, they're on skates. The puck's being shot at them 90 miles an hour, 100 miles an hour. They're going in. They have to break up fights. They have to stay away from action. It's a very, very tough job compared to an umpire in baseball, or even basketball's a lot easier because you got 3 just running back and forth. It's not as bad as hockey. I mean, hockey referees, again, it's hard. It's hard to catch every call. It's hard.
Yeah.
Yep, and they're
think about it. You're on skates. You're the whole time. You're running around the whole time.
Yeah, that's true.
They're very physically fit. It's amazing. Now let's give some time for goalies. Who should you be picking up? I already said Ben Bishop. I think he's somebody that you want to scoop up because you can stick him in your injured spot, and he could come back very strong.
Is there a date that he's coming back, Dan? Have you heard anything?
Latest I heard was sometime in the next 2 weeks, but it keeps getting pushed back, which makes you wonder: is it not going to happen at all?
Yeah,
it's possible it won't, but I think to stick him in an injured spot.
No, he'll be back. He'll be back for playoffs. I mean,
think so.
He'll be back. I just wondered if you got a date. So with goalies, I thought if you need a lot of leagues, you got to have a minimum amount of starts so you get credit for your goalie activity for the week. So somebody that's going to get a lot of starts and a lot of losses, but you get the starts, is Linus Ullmark of the Buffalo Sabres. The Hutton is out for the season. He's gone, Marty. You're not going to see Hutton anymore. He's done.
That.
So Linus is going to get probably 80-90% of the starts. if you need a goalie just to start, so you get the start, Linus could be the guy you pick up. It's just an idea. I know Ross, Buffalo's horrible. I'm not disagreeing. There's no disagreement. I'm not arguing about it, but he's under 60%. He's under 50%. You should pick him up. I mean, I like him a lot. I have a few other guys, but why don't you guys go and I'll give you my guys when I'll interrupt you if you take one of my guys.
I appreciate your chivalrous attitude to give it to us and then interrupt us later. But here's the thing.
Yeah, don't worry.
Linus Ullmark, you could say he doesn't win much, but he started 15 games. He's won 6. It's not that far off from a lot of other goalies. So I think it's worth it. Marty, who do you have at goalie?
I
said quick.
A lot of people drop him really fast, but Martin Jones, the Sharks are starting to pick up their game. They're starting to pick up points. They're starting to pick up wins. So pick up Martin Jones like halfway.
Mrs. Jones. Oh, sorry.
Okay. Yeah. That's okay. Mrs. Jones. Yeah.
Now I'm going to sing Mr. Jones.
Yeah, Mr. Jones.
Keeping up with the Joneses. Now, okay, let me ask you this, guys, about goalies in general. It seems to me that hockey is a league of streaks in a way, especially with goalies.
Yeah.
Because they go on these tears where, I'm going to call it the Dominic Hasek rule. He was a great goalie.
The best, the dominator.
He also went on these tears where you just could not score on him at all. Who's the hottest goalies out there right now?
I mean, the goalie for Tampa Bay, I can never say his name, but Varanitsky. I mean, he's one of the best in the league right now. I also like right now who's playing great, who you could pick up actually is on my list under 60%. He's under 50% is Saros for Nashville. In the past 2 weeks, he's had 5 wins. He's 5 wins in 2 weeks, and he's giving up a goal a game. That's what he's averaging right now. Soros for Soros from Nashville is on fire. He's somebody they should definitely think about picking up. I mean, a lot of the goalies are playing pretty well. I mean, Birmingham is playing horribly for St. Louis. I mean, I have him in one of my leagues, and he's playing horribly. Right now, I mean, the guy for Pittsburgh, not Jerry. Jerry's hurt. So DeSmith, I like him a lot. I think DeSmith might even steal that starting position. Jerry's hurt. Smith's starting a lot. I would probably pick him up also if he's available in your league, just because I feel he's kind of like the hot goalie right now. Yeah. So I mean, just saying those, and then Bobrovsky of Florida, I like the Panthers. I'm wearing that right now. I love him a lot. But I mean, there's nobody like that's standing out. That's unbelievable. Like stopper right now.
I am going to say there's a couple of guys that. So Casey DeSmith is a really good one. Ross, I see you own him now. That's a smart move. But also, just picked up in our league. I thought about picking him up, but I had other moves to make. Elvis Merslickens. Yeah, Elvis Merslickens is taking over for the Columbus Blue Jackets because there was an injury to their top goalie, and Elvis has shown some serious prowess, and he could get really hot. I think he's a guy you scoop up.
Elvis is a great one. He's been playing. He plays like every other game. I mean, now he's going to be playing a lot more, like you said, because their top goalie's out. I mean, he's always been. I mean, the past I had him last season. I mean, he's a terrific goalie. I'm nothing bad. He just doesn't get the starts like he used to. But now he will. So it's a great pickup. Another guy I like is Mackenzie Blackwood for the New Jersey Devils. Blackwood in the past week, he's 3 wins. His goals against is 2.3, which is unbelievable. It's really good. And he's available in a lot of leagues. And the last one I'll mention is Adwin Hill. Adwin Hill, who plays for your Arizona team. He has 3 wins, 117 saves, and a 2.20 goals against for Adwin Hill. He's somebody I like also, and he's also playing a lot more now. So if your name's Adwin, Adin, I think you should definitely pick him up if your name's Adwin. So all your Adwins out there, pick him Adwin Hill. It's a great pickup.
All right. I think we may have it covered now who we're going to pick up. Now we're going to move into our Stanley Cup picks.
Yeah.
Marty, you were chomping at the bit.
Marty,
you guys go.
You've been unbelievable. Let me just preface this real quick.
You guys go first. Who you want?
Oh, you want us first? All right. Okay. And Ross, you were going to preface it. Go ahead.
I'm going to preface it. Marty's been on fire with these picks. in the past 10 years, this is all like captured on video. So we have the proof. He's predicted the Stanley Cup winner like 9 out of 10 times. It's unbelievable what this man does. I mean, if you live in Vegas, make your bets now because this guy's money. Yeah. He knows how to print money.
Now I said Washington before, but
I'll start. So I'll give you. I think they're doing the playoffs like the U.S. versus Canada. Is that how they're doing it? And in the final, is that how they're doing it, Marty?
Yeah.
So in the U.S., I'm going to take Colorado. I think they're the most stacked team right now. I think they're playing better.
Yeah.
And for me, they're the team that I like the best. And in the East, excuse me. I totally messed up. Okay. So let's start over, Ross.
Yeah.
In the United States, I'm taking Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my pick. Tampa Bay.
Okay.
Yeah.
They got better over the offseason. They won the Stanley Cup last year. That's my pick. In Canada, I'm going to take, you're going to hate this, Marty. I'm going to take the Toronto Maple Leafs. I love their lines. I feel to pick up a goalie. Anderson's hurt. I know Anderson's hurt.
Yeah.
Don't tell me, they don't have a goalie. I know that. Yeah. But I just feel with Tavares, I just feel that team is stacked. I think that team will do well in the playoffs. And I'm going to say it. I have Tampa Bay winning the whole thing again this year.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I hate to say it, but unfortunately, this is not good TV, but I totally agree with Ross. I was going to say Tampa Bay against Toronto, and Toronto, I feel like they're going to keep having those close losses. It's going to be a heartbreak.
Toronto hasn't won in like 45 years. I mean, some crazy stat. I mean, they haven't won a Stanley Cup since the early 70s, right? I mean, it's been years.
I think so. They haven't won. I mean, I've been around since the early.
It's
the same thing.
It's been a long time. But Marty,
okay,
people are excited. Fans are excited to hear your pick.
Okay.
Again, you can just mail this. You can just mail this pick away because this is going to win the Stanley Cup. Who is it?
I'm going to pick Colorado on that side.
United States, Colorado. Okay.
Stanley Cup, not winning the Stanley Cup.
And
it's going to be his first Stanley Cup ever. I don't know if they need goaltending, maybe dead trade lines coming soon, but you will see Connor McDavid hold his first Stanley Cup 2021 to end this freaking COVID-19 shit. And we'll be all in the green zone and have a party.
So you got to do a Courage Cup. So Marty's taking Edmonton, even though they don't have a goalie. Mike Smith is I don't know if he has what it takes to be a Stanley Cup champion. We'll see if you're right or wrong. But I like that pick. I also like they have that Leon guy too, who's an unbelievable scorer. I mean, their offense is great. It's their defense you got to worry about. But that's a great pick. Dan, I need you to fly to Vegas tonight and make that bet on Edmonton for me.
Okay.
The usual amount. You know what the bet is.
I know exactly what to do. I'm on my way. Let's finish up this show and then I'll go immediately. All right. Don't worry. But we have one last comment that I need to get in here. It's a very important comment for a Hockey Waiver Wire show. Brian Ritchie, I believe from the UK, says hockey is not good. That's what he said on a
son of a
Brian. Brian, that's my friend.
Hockey's not good. Hockey, again, is one of the most purest sports in the world. And how dare you even say it's not?
And I'm watching my Ottawa Senators kick Montreal in the ass tonight.
Yeah. And if you don't like hockey, watch the movie Slapshot with Paul Newman. And after you watch that movie, you tell me you don't like hockey. That's the perfect sports movie. That movie tells you what hockey's like. I love it.
That's right, Ross. You tell him. Punch him in the mind.
Yeah.
That's my favorite line from Slapshot. Oh,
my favorite is they bought their effing toys. That's my favorite. That's my favorite line from Slapshot.
Okay.
When the Hanson brothers were in the hotel playing with their toys, and Paul Newman calls the GM and says they brought their effing toys. That was unbelievable.
Now listen, my favorite hockey scene of all time, though, we know is from Strange Brew, and that's how we're gonna go out again. It's time for that. Are you guys ready?
Yep.
All right. Now listen.
Have a great night, guys.
We've given you all that you need to pick up the players that you want. If you haven't already, click subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, hit like if you like what you're hearing, and put your comments below, and we will debate you. But I have to say, I've come to love hockey all over again, and it's thanks to these two guys. They brought me into the league, and I'm hooked.
Edmonton Oilers, Stanley Cup champions.
Playoffs.
Can't wait for more. We will see you in a couple weeks.